So today, y'all, I want to talk about New World in 2022. I did a review a while back for the game, but I wanted to see how it was now with all the new updates it's gotten. So let's see if this game has gotten any better and is it worth your time. New World wasn't bad when it came out, but it was kind of bland in my opinion. A lot of the quests in the game were pretty much copy and paste. Run here, kill 6 tigers, get the bones, bring them back to me. Then after you do that, run here, loot 5 chests, then run back to me so I can make you run to another place to kill 7 crocs and loot 3 more chests so I can give you this small amount of EXP and a weapon that you don't even need for the job class that you are. Plus, there was a lot more issues with the game. But it's 2022 and New World has been on a lot of people's tongue. So I logged in with my friends and decided to check the game out once more. To my surprise, there was a lot of people playing the game again. The towns were full of people and it looked like how it was on release day. They also added region and world transfer tickets so you can finally join your friends in the same world they're in and not have to worry about making a new character. So I transferred worlds and went into my friend's world. Let's talk about the world. New World has a pretty big map, and it's littered with caves, mountains, temples, and other structures, along with main towns that you visit. And when you're inside the towns, you can purchase houses for you to live in and pay a small fee every couple of days. With the houses you buy, you get to decorate it with furniture and other little things like animals and lights. The world also has plenty of plants, trees, and animals for you to harvest, mine, or skin. So you can collect materials for you to craft and level your trade skills. This is one part of the game that I love the most. Collecting and crafting materials is fun, and I also thought that the crafting was done pretty well and simple to follow. Let's talk about the combat. Now the combat to me is still a little off at times, but it can be fun when it works. And I say when it works because there's no actual targeting system, so when doing an attack, you can easily miss because your attack is just slightly off of your target. And even though you're facing them, you can still miss. And the fact that you only have 3 skills for each weapon makes the combat feel kinda lackluster. Especially when compared to other MMOs like Final Fantasy XIV, which has a full rotations for all the skills that you acquire. But I guess this style works for the type of game this is. But I do wish that they had more skills to equip. They also have PvP in the game, and they present it to you in a couple different ways. They have an open world PvP, which you can just go into any town, press a button, and boom, you're flagged for PvP. The other way is through wars, which put you up against another faction. Now, as cool as the wars are, I had a problem with the fact that there's only 10 groups and each group can only have 5 members. And with there being such a large influx of players, it just means that you might not get picked to fight any of the wars. And since it's players that make the teams for you, you might not even get picked. Let's talk about the gameplay. New World is pretty fun, and I really love the dungeon designs. When me and my friends did some of them, it's probably the most fun I had in the game next to PvP. Now, I do wish that they had 6-man teams instead of 5, but like I said before, I guess it works for the type of game this is. The loot is pretty nice inside of the dungeons and gives you a chance to get some blue or purple gear the higher level you get. When I played the game the first time, it felt kinda grindy, and quests just weren't giving you enough EXP. Fast forward to now, the quests don't seem too bad, but it doesn't help that the quests are pretty boring though. But this brings me to everybody's favorite part. Let's talk about the cons. Now, I do have a couple of gripes about the game. My first complaint is the quest. Quests are boring, and a lot of them are just copy and paste fetch quests that lack any type of real substance to them. None of them really stood out, and since a lot of them are pretty much the same thing over and over, it really took away from the fun of questing. My second complaint is the fact there's still no mounts. After almost a year later, you're still running all over the map, and there's only 2 ways to fast travel, one being the fast travel shrines in the world, but with them being so few and far from each other, you're literally left running from one boring quest to another, and with that being the only way to fast travel from the open world, you're just better off running to the town. The other way is to recall to the inn, or to your house, and then fast travel from the town to another town or to one of those shrines. It started to get annoying and sometimes became a big inconvenience. My third complaint is a small one, but I wish they would let you customize the UI. The screen is littered with things and no way to change it. You're just left with a lot of text on your screen, and it's kind of annoying sometimes. My fourth complaint is the game still lags a bit. Even on my 3080, I was still getting frame rate drops. Sometimes people don't even load in properly, or I'm just falling through the floor as soon as I load in. New World is fun, that's no doubt. And with the updates, you can tell they're going in the right direction. But this still just needs time to improve and a couple of other things. With a really nice crafting system and an okay combat system, I give New World in its current state a 7 out of 10. Once they fix a couple more things, we can give a new updated review. But don't forget to hit that like button and also subscribe. It helps the channel out a lot. Also, join the Discord. Link is in the description below. Y'all take care.